Hey viewers, welcome to Real Astrology once again. I'm Vanita Lenka. I'm a Vedic astrologer, and today I'm going to be talking about a very important exchange which is happening in the sky. Yes, that's between Mercury and Mars. That is their Nakshatra exchange. It's a very important exchange because Mars and Mercury are not friends, as we all know. Mars is going to be in Ashalesha and Mercury in Mriksira. That's going to be happening from the 29th onwards, and it's going to be till the 12th of July. A very volatile kind of a combination because they are bitter enemies after all. How do you feel when you go to somebody's house who's not your friend? You feel a little uncomfortable, isn't it? So this is like going to an inimical sign or inimical nakshatra, and both of them are going to be in each other's uh, nakshatra. So this is going to be bringing about a lot of heated arguments, um, some impatient attitude towards people, sarcasm involved. But at the same time, you will have a lot of energy to finish all the things that you are assigned because you're maybe, overexcited, or you're very, very restless. You are quite aggressive in whatever you're doing. I'll be sharing with you the screen as to how the sky is looking like when I am talking about this nakshatra so that you can understand things better. Sorry, I've not put up the chart, South Indian chart, because I could just show you in Navmansha the condition of Mars as well. So I put up the North Indian charts. So here, as you can see, this is the time of the nakshatra exchange when Mars enters, the exact time of Mars entering Ashalisha and Mercury already in Mriksira. So as you can see, they are in exchange, and Mercury being this, in the sign of Taurus, and then will be going into the Gemini sign. So 6 degrees, 40 minutes till Mercury stays in Mriksara Nakshatra. That is going to be till the 12th of July. And Mars is already in the sign of debility and is going to be in the combination which is happening in the 9 with Jupiter, and right opposite is Saturn. If at all you can't hear me clear, please do let me know in the comment section. I'll be really grateful. So if at all you can see, there is a lot of energy in the 9 chart, as I can see, because Mars is in Sagittarius sign, right opposite Saturn again, in D1 also and in D9 as well. With Jupiter, will be transiting through Capricorn, Sagittarius, Aquarius, as well as Pisces. Meanwhile, when it's staying in the sign of uh, Cancer in Ashalisha Nakshatra, the Gandanta Nakshatra, as we say. See, Mars is going to get exalted in the nakshatra also in Navmansha. One pada is exaltation. Soon after it leaves the Sagittarius. I'll be sharing with you the dates in the description box. Do stay tuned for that as well. Now, what I want to tell you here is a couple of things. You can be very quick to reactions. You can be very tactful in expressing your opinions, and you can be very sarcastic because there is an exchange, and there is Rahu energy also involved with Mercury, and Mercury will be going to the sign of Gemini as well. It's forming a 212 relationship, both the planets are forming a 212 relationship. We should not forget that as well. So when Mars and Mercury are in 212 relationship, that means it's like winning as well as losing kind of an energy. So this is going to be giving you some thought process, which is like going to give you lack of expression or controversial expressions. Like you are going to be quick to, reactions. You can have verbal confrontation. You can be sarcastic. You can have lot of lack of sensitivity also. So you have to be very cautious. You can be very critical. You can be very, aggressive. You can be overstimulated, stressed out, impatient. But at the same time, we must not forget that there is an exchange forming between this vocalist Mercury and Mars aggressive. nakshatras. So this is definitely going to be involving the sign it is in. So moon is emotional. Thankfully, Mars is in debility, so the expression is not that volatile. Otherwise, this energy would have been really bad. This also brings about problems in travels. That's why the travels across the globe are suffering. Like people are not able to move from one place to another. There are problems related to communication, neighbors. So neighboring states, neighboring countries are going to be having some problem or the other, some confrontations. So that is something which is quite likely when this kind of an energy is there in the sky. Till the time Mercury is with Rahu, there is problem. Definitely we can anticipate some major problems. But yes, it is going to get a little better once Mercury transits through Gemini sign, and that's going to be happening in the first week of July, and it's going to be getting a little better because Taurus Mrixira and Gemini Mrixira are two different energies, but here it's going to be Mercury, Mars in Gemini. So double the Mercury. So communication will definitely be more sarcastic. So you have to be more straightforward rather than beating around the bush just to gain that momentum. Also, I have seen when there is one more thing which is happening, that is Saturn is right opposite this Mars, and not only in the one, but also in the nine. As you can see, Saturn is retrograde, and Saturn is in the Gemini sign, right opposite Jupiter and Mars. I've already made a video on Saturn uh, Jupiter opposition in Navmansha. So you can watch that video as well. But to understand that this energy of Saturn and Mars opposition is about timing. You are actually giving up, rising again, giving up, rising again. So it's like back and forth kind of an energy. You want to do certain things, you get up, and then suddenly you bring that energy down, or that energy automatically comes down. So that is quite frustrating actually. You feel that you want to restart everything. Goal accomplishment becomes very difficult. There's a streak of perseverance and effort. All the time you have to put that effort, because in D1 also Mars and Saturn are together, opposition. So here in D9 also that's happening, and in D1 also, thankfully Jupiter is there with Mars, so that energy is tamed. But still, till the time Mars and Saturn opposition is taking place, this is going to be the scene. This is going to be the scenario for one and all. So you have to work out. That's the best remedy. You have to work out. You have to take care of your temperament. Be patient and do not lose your cool. See, these are things which I don't have to tell you. These are all very, very common things which I'm telling you. But yes, these are the practical remedies I'm telling you. So you have to be very steady, persistent, and practical if you want to really set those goals and achieve those goals also. So be persistent. Do not give up, because you will get that energy often that you want to just, move away from your goal. You want to just give up and move away from your goal. So don't do that. Now, I will quickly take up the sign wise prediction so that you understand what is happening and what you can, how you can maneuver your goals. Okay. So let me take up sign wise predictions. One second. Live sessions are like this only. Okay. So coming to the first sign, that is Aries. For Aries natives, if you can see, this opposition is in your 4th and 10th axis, and the exchange is happening in the 11th and 311 axis from each other. So this is kind of a positive thing for making commitments to others, gaining that momentum, because it's a nakshatra exchange. So there is some event which is going to take place and bring about positive energy to your home front. Maybe there are with the family reunions or family connectivity advice from the seniors and and the people at home front. So you're going to be forming that kind of connectivity, and you're going to be gaining that momentum also. Mercury is transiting through the Mrixira in the Gemini sign would be better, because that will be like Mercury Mars combination. Here it is Mercury Venus. It's Venus Mercury Mars. So a lot of there is a lot of aggression at the same time, because it's hot water, boiling water, Venus is. So, and Rahu is also there, we should not forget. So this combination is not that good as compared to Gemini combination of Mercury in Mrigashira. So you will feel a little better after the 7th of July once Mercury leaves this zone and goes to the Gemini sign again. So definitely you have to wait for that. And there are some connections with the neighboring countries, with your neighbors, which are going to improve, and you're going to be feeling a little better after that. You have to be a little patient at the place of work, a lot of energy at the place of work. You're having too many thoughts, too much of workload, and you're very confused also as to which one to do first. So just lie low, I would say, rather than losing that energy and losing patience also. So streamline everything, set your priorities, because you're not able to decide which one to take up first. A lot of confusion is there. So go slow. I think that is the best remedy for you. Okay. For Taurus natives, this is the time when you will be having this exchange between Mars and Mercury, Nakshatra exchange that I'm saying. So this is going to give you sarcasm in your speech, a lot of sarcasm within your family, with your family members, with your siblings also. Maybe you are having some property related issues that you have to sort out, inheritances you have to sort out, and it's not happening. So what happens, this brings about a lot of vocal verbal communication, and there's a lot of gap, aggression. You're going to be taking some bold steps, maybe, some bold steps are coming your way. You have to be quite perseverance, it should be there, quite persistent to achieve the goals that you have set. Because of Saturn combination, Saturn and Mars opposition, this is going to lead to a lot of confusion also. A lot of confusion, and the goal setting, is not achievable. Whatever you have set, it's back and forth. You want to achieve certain things, you're not able to come back, you're pushed back, and then again you have to get up and start from scratch. So that energy is pretty predominant during this combination, which is happening in the sky. So what I would suggest is, don't be sarcastic, first of all. Don't have that kind of fear phobias that you're going through. Tame those energies, because these are momentarily you're going through, and things are going to improve gradually, because Mars is going to be right opposite Jupiter and in Leo sign on the 20th of July onwards. So that is something which you have to, this is the time you have to actually pass off, because this is a Gandanta zone also of Mars. It's a transition from water sign to fire sign. So what happens, water and fire, brings about steam. So you have to check where your, how your Martian energy in your chart is. So of course, things will not be the same for everybody. The intensity will vary. If at all you're not running through the dasha of Mars, and still, you're feeling the impact because of Mars transiting over your Mars or opposite. So that you have to check, of course. But yes, there is a lot of confusion, a lot of sarcasm, and lack of goal achievement, that desire, that persistence, that is missing. So you have to just keep on working on those areas. Don't give up. Okay. For Gemini natives, your Lagnesh, after all, Lagnesh and your 11th Lord are forming an exchange. So this is very good combination for you in a way, because you are definitely going to be making a lot of money. You'll be inclined to making a lot of money. Mars is in your second house after all. And also Mercury is in your 12th house. So the exchange is first from the 12th house and then from the first house. So definitely it is going to give you a lot of money flow, and also from the foreign clientele. You're going to be getting in touch with the foreigners more, maybe. Also, there is quite a possibility that you will have some expenditures on travels, or maybe you book the tickets and they don't culminate into travel. So you have to be extra cautious about those energies as well. So make decisions peacefully, wisely. Give it some time. Don't take in a haste, in impulse, those decisions, because you are likely to make decisions in impulse during this time for sure. So you have to be extra careful about these energies. Mars is conjunct Venus and Venus is your 12th lord. So Venus, Mars, Mercury combination is pretty predominant right now. So it can lead to bed pleasures or inclination towards passion and with your partner, connectivity with your partner also. You're going to be kind of communicative, but it is going to be a sarcastic communication. Mars and Saturn combination opposition, I mean, in the sky means that you are going to be, being persistent, but you're not going to be attaining the goals that you have set. So what happens? It brings about a lot of frustration. So the best thing is that do not give up, because this is going to be a little slow, but it is going to give you gradual success also. So because it's after all Saturn, so there is a lot of energy, but at the same time that energy fizzles out because of Saturn Mars opposition. So don't give up, I would say. And the fear factor, the fear, that phobias that you have to actually come out of those also with Mars, right opposite Saturn. So you will have all those energies, but at the same time, you will be coming out of that zone as well because of Mercury being your Lagnesh after all. Okay, so it gives you a lot of, uh, you know, uh, positive and positivity and strength also simultaneously. For Cancer ascendant, there is an exchange between Mars and Mercury, and Mars being your 10th lord and Mercury being your 12th lord. So some connectivity with the foreigners more, some income, source of income from the foreign land is quite likely. You're going to be having some travel plans set. You're going to be traveling soon. So all those energies, or maybe you're waiting for the other zones to open up and you want to, it's because Mercury is with Rahu, so things are getting delayed. The travels are, the flights are not functional, operational, in many countries. So it's because of Mercury and Rahu. Mercury is afflicted. So communication, there's communication gap amongst the neighboring countries because Mercury is, as it is, the lord of the third in the natural zodiac. So neighboring countries, we are having problems, clashes. Not just India, I'm talking about all across the globe. There will be some problems or the other in the Middle East. If you call it Middle East, you call it the US, you call it Australia, all the countries are shutting down, they're closing down because of given the current scenario. So once Mercury comes out, I'm very positive that Mercury once leaves Rahu energy, things are going to improve. Very, very positive about that. Mercury is going to be in your 12th house, and in Mrigasira again till the 6 degree 40 minutes is going to be in the Mrigasira Nakshatra, again forming an exchange till the 12th of July. So this will be giving you some kind of expenditures, a lot of expenditures on electronic goods, or maybe you'll be planning your travels and you'll be spending extra money on your travel plans. And also there is some connectivity with the foreigners, foreign members, foreign lands, work-wise. So it's surely positive, and maybe your children are going to be enrolling in some university during this time as well. This can bring about some loss of property also. So be careful while investing in the property related issues. So you have to be extra careful about these. And these energies are to be tamed for sure. Okay. Coming to the next one, that is Leo. So for Leo natives, Mercury is in your 10th house and Mars is in your 12th. See, this is a very good combination for the ones who are living abroad, who are living abroad as in if you're abroad, I'm not talking about only India. If somebody who is in US, born in US, brought up in US and settled in UK or Europe or India, so that is also overseas and abroad. So if at all you are away from the place of your birth, so this is going to be a very good combination to make good amount of money, because your dhana, that is your wealth giving, planet, that is Mercury, is forming an exchange with Mars, which is your 4th lord also, 4th lord as well as your 9th lord. So travel plans are on cards. You're thinking and they are just about to culminate because of Mercury and Rahu combination. I always say the travels are restricted. Once Mercury comes out of the zone of Rahu and goes to the 11th house, things are going to improve. Education wise also, people will be opening up, some policies will be redefined, and Mars and Mercury combination basically gives sarcasm in speech also. So you have to tame those energies. But yes, you're going to be persistent in making money. You're going to be reforming. The new reforms are going to be set. Also, Saturn and Mars combination gives a lot of anxiety. You want to do certain things, but at the same time, Saturn is restrictive. So you will set the goals, you want to achieve those goals, but you're not able to. You have that courage, but you're not able to. You're getting very emotional and you're getting very agitated at the same time about it. So you have to be extra careful, those strategies, those plannings that you have done, give it some time. Don't give up. Once you feel that things are not materializing, you just back out and you just give up, which is not the right thing to do. You have to be persistent, you have to be steady, you have to be patient. All these energies are going to be making you disciplined also. That hard work is not going down the drain. Remember, it's going to pay you off. Property related issues are not going to get resolved so easily because Saturn is in your sixth house, Mars being your fourth lord gone to the 12th. So loss of property or loss of wealth from the property. So you have to be extra careful because Mercury is right opposite this fourth house. But at the same time, it is going to give elevation at the place of work for sure. If at all you have to join a new venture, join new job, initiate some new business. So that's going to be positive for you with this exchange. You're going to be getting that kind of courage that you have been seeking. So definitely it's going to give you that. Okay. For Virgo natives, your Lagnesh, after all, is forming an exchange with your eighth lord. So remember, this can give you a little bit of hurdles, but it's not a it's not a bad thing because of Venus in the 11th house, thankfully, because it's the disposition a lot of Mercury. Mercury is in Taurus sign and Venus is conjunct Mars, and exchanges between Mercury and Mars. So there is a combination, there's a nexus which is forming, which is positive. So you are going to be elevated financially, but at the same time with anxiety, with hurdles. There will be hurdles. Why? Because Mars is your eighth house lord after all. And it's an Akara Graha. Akara Graha means it's a not a benefic planet for this zone. But ninth lord is in the 11th. We should not forget that. So this is positive. Venus and Mercury are friends. So this is definitely going to elevate you in financially. But being the Lagnesh and the 10th lord, Mercury is also going to be in your ninth and then in your 10th. So you are having a lot of positive energies, but with hiccups. You will not have a smooth sail. Saturn is also looking at Mars. So you will be very frustrated. Delays are causing a lot of, frustrations to you. But at the same time, at the end of the day, you feel that these delays, this hard work, this perseverance, this patience is paid off. So you will feel a little better by the end of the day. So don't give up. It's from morning till evening, you did not get any result, but you have been very persistent in achieving those goals. But at the, till the last minute, when the sun is setting, you just give up. You say, no, I'm not going to be doing anymore. But that particular minute that you left is the time when you will be getting the results. It's like, you should always, what do we do? If we have to cut a tree, we have to sharpen the axe for 9 hours if it is going to take 10 hours to cut the tree. So 9 hours, sharpen that axe. And that 1 hour that you get, axe the tree. And that tree will fall in that 1 hour. Okay. Don't do that. Don't try your axe for 10 hours. Don't do that. Then you will feel, oh my God, I'm just putting in the effort, but it's not being paid off, right? The tree will not fall and you will just give up. So sharpen that axe. Don't give up. That particular moment that you're about to give up is the time when you're going to be getting the results. So that's what I'm going to say. So this is the time to be more persistent, be more, patient. Okay, and you'll be paid off with good results coming your way for sure. For Libra rising, Saturn and Mars are right opposite to each other in your 4th and axis, and Mercury is in your 8th house. You see, Mercury in the 8th house forming exchange, being the lord of the 12th, being the lord of the 9th. So this is going to give you some hiccups in travels. You might be thinking of fetching some good business from the foreigners, from your overseas clientele, but that's going to be getting stuck to start with. Once this exchange is in Gemini, so things are going to move. I feel this is going to be a little delayed kind of a matter in whatever task you are assigned and whatever you're doing. So don't just feel demoralized, demotivated. Things are going to be very soon falling in place. So because as it is, Mercury Rahu combination in the eighth house, not considered to be good, not considered to be good for health also. You're very anxious. You feel that, you're all the time. The deadlines are there. You have timelines. You have just to finish those goals, finish those tasks. And you just want to be, you just want to give up on those timelines that are set. I don't want to do it anymore. That kind of an attitude you're going to be having. But don't get frustrated. Things are going to improve. Mercury is coming out of your eighth house. I know it's been back and forth in the ninth and the eighth. So things have been really, it's like reversal time for you. So once Mercury comes out of the eighth house, finally, things are going to be better for you. Things are going to have momentum. Your communication is going to improve with people. You're going to be quite, the goal set up, and you're going to be achieving those goals as well. So just plan, pack your bags. You're going to be traveling. You're going to be moving. You're going to be having good clientele. You're going to be having some connections with the overseas people also. At the workplace, you're going to be recognized. Don't be sarcastic. Don't have that kind of an attitude where you give up. Be persistent. That hard work is required, and you will be getting those. All the success is yours. I feel that success is coming your way. So don't give up the minute that is, the achievement time. So just make sure that you are confident and you're not having those fear phobias as well. Okay. For Scorpio natives, Mercury is not a positive graha, as we know. For Aries, also for Scorpio, also Mercury is not positive, and your Lagnesh, after all, is in debility in your ninth house. So I don't consider this debilitation a negative one, because this definitely is the in the ninth house, your luck house. So it gives you that kind of, excuse me, this gives you a lot of luck factor also coming your way. Whatever you are about to, at times you feel that things are not moving the way they should be, but there's a hidden something positive hidden behind it. So there is something underneath the underlying impact, the positive impact. So just accept it, because there is something called divinity attached to the luck factor or the fate. So there is something positive coming your way as well. Your Lagnesh is, after all, in the ninth house, so divine grace is there. With this combination, where the exchange is forming between Mercury and Mars. Mercury is your lord of the 11th also, 8th lord, but 11th lord also. So I feel that there is some, speculative income that you can make during this time, or there is some positive news that you're going to be getting. Your friends are going to be very supportive of you. Mercury is going to be coming out of the Rahu Ketu zone and will be going to your 8th house. Mercury, Gemini sign in the 8th house, not that bad, because it is also your 11th lord. So it will give you elevation in financials, with hiccups, with obstacles. At the same time, Saturn is also looking at this Mars. So you will be losing out on the control that, you're not getting the results that you're looking for. And there is that you're losing out on patience. You're putting in the hard work and you're not getting the results. So all those energies are pretty predominant with Saturn Mars opposition, but don't worry, things are going to improve. Things are going to get better with the passage of time, because Mars is in your ninth house, after all, your Lagnesh. So it's like, achieving the goals. It's setting the goals, not achieving, then coming back, starting afresh. So all those energies are heightened, but this is not the end. Remember, things that you give up, that time when you give up is the time when you're going to be achieving that goal. Remember, because your hard work is not going down the drain. Remember, you're going to be achieving that goal. So if you give up that minute when you're going to be attaining that success, all the effort goes down the drain. Work out, because your sixth lord is in the ninth. If you have to take any loans, take the loans and start afresh. Or if you have to borrow some money also, no harm. That will bring about success to you as well. So not a good time for disposing of property. You will not get the price that you're looking for. Also not a good time for investments, heavy investments, I would say. So do it only after Mercury goes to your 8th house. Maybe, that's the time when you will be making that kind of decisions about investments. So that'll be better. Take somebody's advice and uh, take that call. Okay. For Sagittarius natives, you are having Jupiter and Mars to start with in your Navmansha also, your Lagnesh after all. And Mars is in your 8th house where Jupiter exalts. So this is going to give you some elevation in financials. First of all, elevation in financials, and there is some loan, maybe you have borrowed some money from somebody and you're going to be utilizing it for a startup or for making some more money or some investments on cards, because there is an exchange between Mercury in the 6th house, and Mercury is the lord of your 10th and 7th. So this is positive. Once Mercury comes out of the 6th house, goes to your 7th house, things are going to improve. In the exchange again, things are going to improve, as in like you're going to be maybe planning your travels. Mars is in the 8th house being the 12th lord, so there is some foreign connectivity that you're going to be having, some communication. Don't be too sarcastic with your partner. You can go a little sarcastic, you can go a little more there are verbal reactions that you can have. You can be very you can lack courteousness also during this time. So you have to be more courteous to people. There can be complications with your uncles and aunts, so you have to be careful. You can have problems with your siblings also. Till the time Mercury is with Rahu, problems with neighbors also. So all these are a bit negative, but yes, I'm waiting for Mercury to be in Mrigashira in Gemini sign, which is happening on the 7th of July. So you will feel better with the gradual, movement. 5th lord in the 8th, that is Mars, is not considered to be good for students, for children. So if at all you're having some plans, you should, I think, sit back, education plans, because Mercury and Mars combination is not considered to be that great. But yes, 8th house transit of Mars, I have seen, gives a lot of strength also to you to combat whatever problems you are, facing. Even if it is in debility, it is going to give you that courage to make bold decisions. So be strong, be receptive, work out, work hard. Don't leave the goals that you have set. Be persistent to achieve them, and you will find that success also. For Capricorn natives, Mars is in your 7th house, and there's an exchange between Mars and Mercury from the 5th house, and being the lord of your 9th in the 5th. Positive for you. Of course, Mercury is a positive graha as it is, and this is going to give you some kind of connectivity with your children, some speculative income you're going to be making. You're making good amount of money also. At the same time, you're going to be making some profits by selling your property also. There are some goals that you have set and you're not able to achieve them, and you're feeling quite frustrated because Saturn Mars opposition leads to that. But at the same time, this is definitely going to be moving in that direction. Once you leave that and you just give up, and the time is gone. So don't give up. Be persistent. That hard work is going to pay off for sure. So this is definitely going to be giving you the lot of frustration, but at the end of the day, you feel that it was worth it, and you feel that there are certain positive energies that you are feeling as well after Mars goes into the Mars is going to be in the Gandanta Nakshatra, Gandanta zone also. So this Mars is not that positive actually here. Mars Saturn combination is as it is not that great. So that is why we are feeling the energies around us also. The heat wave is on. So because Sun is also, between Rahu and Mars, Sun is also, Sun denotes the heat wave when Rahu and Mars combination happens in the sky. But don't worry, things are going to improve. Mercury is coming out of the Rahu Ketu axis and is going to be in your 6th house. Things are going to improve for sure. Okay, so don't give up. Be persistent on whatever you have, the goals that you have set. You will definitely be able to achieve. There can be some problems in communication with your partner, so you have to be extra cautious about that. Don't be too sarcastic. Okay. For Aquarius natives, there is a combination of Mercury and Mars exchange from the fourth house to the sixth house. So it's good for property related issues. If at all you have to buy property, you have to dispose of property, some vehicles, if you're planning to buy something to do with your education, you want to initiate, good for that. There can be some delays and frustrations that you're going through, some expenditures that you have not planned. All those energies are also predominant, but at the same time, you are going to be achieving that kind of the goals that you have set. You're going to be achieving those goals as well. Mercury is going to be in the fifth house and is going to be in Mriksara Nakshatra also for you. So this is the time when you will be having some kind of investments. You're planning to initiate some bigger projects, educational projects, or some schools, or you're going to be having some kind of thoughts to start up something. So all that is going to be happening when Mercury is in Mriksara Nakshatra in Gemini sign. At the same time, Mars in the sixth house gives diseases as well as combating the diseases as well. So it's with Venus of, after all, the fourth lord in the sixth. So this is going to be giving you some elevation in financials as well. It's going to be giving you some kind of inclination towards financials. Be careful while driving, I would say, because Mars Venus combination, I'm not too happy with when it comes to driving, actually. And Ketu is also looking at the zone. So you have to be extra cautious. Saturn, Ketu, looking at Mars, Venus, not good for. See, these are general viewpoints. For not this is the time when you can undergo a surgery. This is the time you can meet with an accident. So this is a very generic statement. So don't take it that it's going to be happening to you. There are other factors. There's saving grace also. Jupiter is over your first house right now, transiting over your first house. That's a saving grace. Also, we have to check the transit positions in how they're interacting with your natal chart. Maybe, you're not having that kind of timeline where, you are undergoing those kinds of negative energies, negative results. So don't take it to your personal horoscope. These are all general predictions. It can match, it cannot match either. Also, for Pisces sign, this is going to be an exchange between Mercury and Mars from the third and the fifth houses. So then from the from the fourth and the fifth houses. So this is going to be bringing about some communication gap with your siblings, neighbors, some communication, problems. Maybe stammering issues can come up. Or there can be hiccups in education. You can be having some problems in making decisions wisely, boldly. You can have some delays and frustrations because Saturn is looking at this Mars. Delays and frustrations in your business, in your education. You're not getting the right path. You're, it's like giving up and then restarting, giving up and then restarting kind of an energy. You're having a lot of energies of those sorts. Jupiter is also in the 12th house. The Lagnesh has gone to the 12th. So this is the time when you can plan your joining an MNC or working with some, collaborations with the foreigners. Clients, are going to be from the foreign lands more. Overseas connectivity increases. All those energies are pretty good. Saturn in the 11th house is not bad either. So this is going to be giving you that, delays and frustrations, but at the end of the day, you feel that things happened, things actually culminated. So you are having those frustrations. At the same time, you're going to be combating those frustrations as well. And the health issues that you're having, or the headaches or fevers or things that you're feeling are not moving in the direction that you wish to, they are going to form that momentum once Mars comes out of this zone, of course, gradually. And exchange, of course, Mercury and Mars is positive. That's a positive exchange. If we cannot completely write it off that Mars is going to be in Gandanta zone, it's going to be bad, it's not going to give good results. Mars is in debility. Mars is losing that potency. Mars is the courage. Mars is vitality. Mars is also aggression in us. The energy, the positive energy to do things. So that is actually in debility. So this Mars needs restriction also, because Mars and Venus combination gives enhanced lust also in one person. So Saturn has to tame these energies. So that is subsiding basically. So that's positive again. And communication can be very sarcastic. Saturn is actually restricting you from doing that as well. So there are positives and negatives attached to this combination. We must understand, we have to see all the transit positions and then decide as to how the combinations are. But when there is an exchange between the vocalist Mercury and the aggression Mars, so there is definitely going to be some combination which is volatile, and you lose courtesy. You in your speech you can go harsh. So all those energies are there, but at the same time things are going to be restrictive because of this Saturn. So this is it for the 12 zodiac signs, 12 ascendants or the moon signs, whichever resonates more with you. I always tell this in the beginning. If at all you want to watch the summary part, you will get to know about this transit as well. So let me quickly see the chat. Somebody is asking, yeah, thank you so much. I was not well, so that's why I was not coming online. Dear Vanita, can you please say something about Scorpio health, lower abdomen? Okay, Scorpio. 1 second, let me tell you. Scorpio is, 1 second. You want to know about the health, is it? Okay, 1 second. This is a live session, so just give me a moment. Okay. You want to know about the health, is it? Okay. So the health is actually having some, yes, lower abdominal region, sun is there. So once sun comes out of the 8th house of yours, things are going to improve for sure. Okay. Don't worry about it. Things are going to improve. Okay. So that's it. I think I can close now the session. So stay blessed, everyone, and stay healthy. Om Tat Sat.